there's a little education that we obviously will be putting out there for you when it comes to contraception. I'm glad that you're tuned in to GHOne TV. My name is Natalia. We're streaming live on all our platforms, GHOne TV on X, on YouTube, and on Facebook. So if you have to leave your television, know that you can carry your phone along and you won't have to miss a thing. Joining me tonight in the studio is Imelda Opare. She's a TV host, a serial entrepreneur, always into something new. Always.
Sleepless nights all the time.
We will talk about what you're into now. Towards the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
What you're into now. Towards the end of the show.
Okay.
But you're welcome to do that.
Thank you, Natalia.
It's always good to have you.
Yes, I'm Natalia.
Yes, I am Natalia.
Thank you so much.
And then I have Emmanuel Dadzi Abeka Kwanzaa. He is an educational entrepreneur, and he's joined us on Duvet. Emmanuel, you're welcome. So we'll also talk about you and everything towards the end of the show. We like to save the best for last. And then I have Dr. Ekia Jenima Mills Danso, who is a medical officer at Marie Stopes International. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Yes, so for the conversation of contraception, we had to bring someone who knows better than Imelda and I, so that they can help the conversation. Let's just start this. Let's jump right into it. My idea of contraception has not been the best because when I had nobody knows how many kids I have, and I don't like to mention. So when I have one of my kids, when I had one of my kids, I wanted to do a form of contraception, and I got an injection. As an injection, I believe. It's either an injection or so a 3 month period.
Yeah.
I did a 3 months, and then I did a 1 month first, and then I did a 3 month. And I bloated.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I became so big.
Yeah.
And I did not like it. Also, I had so much going on. My hormones were all over the place.
Yeah.
I was breaking out. There was a lot going on. I said, hey, what's going on? What's happening? And after that, I really have not been open to the idea of contraception.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's talk about it. I'm going to start with you, Dr. Mills. Okay. You're a professional in that field. Tell me, for people like me who don't fully understand the whole idea of contraception, first of all, what is contraception? And why is it important that women, not just women, that people know about contraception?
Okay, so contraception is also known as birth control in simple terms, and it's just using methods, procedures, or even sometimes behaviors to prevent pregnancy. So that is just what contraception or birth control is. And it is very important for us to be having this discussion, especially on World Contraception Day, because it is everyone's right to have access to contraception, to be able to space out their families, to be able to chase their career goals, because you know that sometimes pregnancy can distort or disrupt these things. So it is very important for everyone to also make informed choices about their sexual reproductive health. So that is why it is important for us to have this discussion today.
Interesting. Let me come to you, Mr. Dadzi. Is it Mr. Dadzi?
Yeah.
I can call him Mr. Dadzi.
That's
right?
fine.
Somebody who doesn't like to talk at all.
But then he's in the wrong place because I'm going to pull it out of him, all of it. Now, tell me something. Do you think that contraception is a do or die when it comes to partners, relationships? So, for instance, you know how sometimes, I don't think people have the conversation prior to marriage. Sometimes people don't really talk about these things.
Yeah.
It is when they get into the marriage that these things come up, like, okay, I don't think I'm ready to have kids. Or one person says, I'm ready, I'm not ready. There's a whole... Do you think that it's a do or die when it comes to partners?
It's an important conversation that needs to be, partners need to have openly. I wouldn't want to say do or die, but it's very, very important because And when you get married, at the end of the day, kids may come in. You know now, when it comes to career path, some of the ladies who want to put childbearing on hold, let me achieve 1 or 2 years of something in my career before we look at childbearing. There should be an open conversation because there are 2 people involved, right? So in as much as I wouldn't want to say maybe do or die, is expedient that we have that conversation. And mostly tilting towards the women, it's either we are preventing pregnancy or we are controlling it. Yes, so it's important, and an open conversation needs to take place.
Right.
Yeah.
But are you aware that some women hide from their partners that they are on contraceptives?
Yes, so that is why I said earlier that there should be that open conversation. Let's assume that 2 people are married. The question is, why are you engaging yourself in contraceptives without letting your partner know? There's always a reason. It could be a reason related to career. It could be a reason to, there can be an extent where even the woman doesn't really want to have a child with the husband. Yes, she just doesn't want to have a child with the man she's married to.
Wow.
Then in this case, the basis or the foundation for the marriage is questionable. There are a lot of examples like that. Yes.
I know. She doesn't want to have a child with her husband.
With the man she's married to.
So, want to do that?
But she wants to have a child at some point, but not with this man.
Not with the man. That's why I said the foundation, the reason for marrying such a man is questionable. There are a lot of examples like that. Yeah.
Right. Imelda, have you ever been on contraceptives?
Never ever in my life.
Okay.
Ever. I don't know, but I think my mom will always tell you that if you're not ready, you shouldn't have it raw. And she always find a way to help us calculate our free period and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I grew up understanding it already. So having sex, I'm ready to have a child, or I'm having it, when I'm safe to have sex. I don't know what contraceptives they have. I don't know. I don't know. I know there's Lydia, and because they advertise it,
Right.
but I haven't actually seen contraceptives like any like.
But condom is a contraceptive.
Yeah, but make a secure for the any other ones.
Why are you mentioning their brand? I have to issue an invoice.
But I mean, they like condoms. Of course, I have used condoms. Yeah. So yeah, that. Yeah.
That bit.
Yeah.
Is taken care of. And you also mentioned that you know how to, do the calculation.
Yeah.
I know not everybody knows how to do that.
Yes.
And I don't think it's not even a matter of how
Education.
old you are or how it's just really, when I say not everybody, I mean me. And I know if I don't know whether it's embarrassing or not, but I've never really thought about I've never had to do the thing where I'm trying to calculate anything.
It depends. So if you are not a freak, or you have a partner and you're ready to have a child, I don't think you should worry yourself about calculations. But if you are a freak and you love to explore and just maybe you don't have one partner and then you're not ready to have a child because, I just want to have fun and stuff like that, then you have to. Because by the time you realize, so do your calculation before you just ruin your life. Yeah.
Right. Very interesting. Doc, is that something that you teach women, how to do all these math when it comes to...
Yes, we do. So let me just clear the misconception. So Imelda said...
Me. Don't start with me today. Sorry, go ahead.
Imelda said she has not been on any contraceptives in her life before. But then she mentioned condom use, and then she mentioned the calendar method. Let me just clear the air that all these are forms of contraception.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So the calendar method you mentioned is a natural...
Sani, a friend, calendar method.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So that's the natural contraception method, and the condom use is a barrier method, but it's also a short-term contraceptive. Yes.
Okay. Very interesting.
And talking about if we teach these things, yes. Where I work, Mary Stopes, it's we are all about women's health, total women's health, from menarche to menopause. So anything about the woman's body, from the time you begin to menstruate, even if you've not begun menstruating, you can come to Marie Stopes. So we offer all these services. We'll counsel you, and then we would help you to make a very informed choice that is tailored for your needs.
Amazing.
When it comes to contraception.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Imelda, tell me something.
Yes,
I know that for the most part, a lot of people are more afraid of getting pregnant, right, than anything else that has to do with contraceptives.
Yeah.
It's more the pregnancy. Both men and women. It's more the pregnancy than anything else.
Yeah.
Because you see how the man is in a hurry to say, do take the morning after pill. Like, listen, sometimes he'll even buy it
for you.
and give it to you because he wants to be absolutely sure that there's no pregnancy coming that way. I think that on that side of town, I would say that people have that understanding, right? But outside of the pregnancy, what are some of the other things that we need to look into that may even be more worrying than having a child?
I think a lot, especially the condom users. There's a lot to look out for than the pregnancy, because condoms can prevent you from getting pregnant, but it cannot prevent you from, contracting other virus. I know, so when you get there, you remember the names and mention them. So yes, I will leave the names for you before I ruin it. But then I know that you can get infected with a lot of infections,
Hepatitis
B.
B.
So when you kiss some, once I make an epi flu, in the field. So when it comes to that side, I mean, condom cannot save you. So you can have oral sex, go down on somebody, do whatever thing, and then use condom to insert, and you still go and collect some wahala for yourself. And so we shouldn't always think about I mean, it's not that bad to get pregnant. I don't think so. I haven't, but I don't think it's that bad to get pregnant. But then you should also look out for other things that you can infect that can go a long way to worry you. So you might not be on the pill that you swallow the morning after. You might be using condoms, but then you can get in trouble with yourself at the end of the day. You get it? Yeah. So Edru how betro edino na menka no betro.
Right. And I like when you mentioned that people do all sorts. Yeah. Right? And then in the end they put on a condom. That's like an exercise in futility, because it's like if anything is going to be passed on, it has already been passed on. So what are we trying to do right now?
It has.
Maybe this is not your question. Maybe this is Doc's question. I mean, with all these things that people do in the bedroom, and people do some fantastically strange things. I've heard so much. Sitting on this show, for guests who have come on and guess who will whisper into my ear. I've heard so many things that people do in the bedrooms. Some scary stuff. For people who are a bit wild in the bedroom, right? So it's not just about coitus. It's about everything else. Is there a way that they can prevent something, if there is something?
Okay, so actually, for all the contraceptives or the contraception methods that we have, condoms are the only ones that prevent pregnancies and STIs, sexually transmitted infections. But from the point we are making today, a lot of things happen in the bedroom. A lot of oral sex, so cunnilingus, anal sex, like all that happens in the bedroom, yes. So condoms do not prevent infections or sexually transmitted infections when it comes to that. It only prevents the penis in vagina sex.
Right.
Yes.
But
it only prevents infections that are transmitted by the penis in vagina sex.
Right.
Yes. Everything else, you're at risk.
I heard there's an immune booster something that people go take a shot. You're smiling. I heard. Is it true?
Mr. Dazi, have you heard anything of the sort?
Even with HIV, I heard that there's an immune booster, something people go take a shot, and then it prevents them from, getting the virus.
Have you heard anything of the sort?
So from what she's saying, you know, you give an experience with you, right? And in addition to the types of contraceptive, we have the hormonal one.
Yeah.
You underwent, I think, the hormonal experience.
Is that what it is?
Right.
Okay, so right. So what you had from the symptoms or the side effects that you mentioned,
Right.
it may be hormonal. I
Right.
don't know what you had. But I'm sure you had the injectables. You
Yes.
said it was an injection, right?
Yes.
For a period of 3 months?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm guessing, and I hope it's right, that you had the injectables, and those are purely hormonal.
Right.
Yes. They fall under hormonal.
So they would deal with your
Your hormones, yeah.
Right.
Your hormones
Okay.
are fluctuating. You're all over the place.
Oh.
It's definitely an experience I can never forget.
Kafra.
And I asked myself, but why am I stopping myself from getting pregnant for 3 months? What could have possibly happening in that 3 months? No. What was so important?
yeah 9 months before now 1 year.
Because sometimes that's the question. And for me, it was because I just wanted to try it out to see what it's like for the long term. But I'm asking myself today that the 3 months that I avoided pregnancy, if there could have been.
Yeah.
Like,
Certificates Ben a bit me
what was so important about those 3 months? Because there's even one for 1 month.
Wow.
So you don't take it for just 3 months.
Okay.
So after the 3 months, you go to your provider, your healthcare provider, for a review, and then they give you another shot for the next 3 months.
When you go home, so why you say?
So
they keep giving you.
So
but it's a good thing because I think after that you would know whether you want to continue
or
with
not,
this or change to another method.
Yes,
you know. So.
But talking about hormonal contraceptives, the side effects there are a wide range of side effects, and everybody's body is different, so people react differently. Right. The fact that you had the bloating and acne and all that doesn't mean that when Imelda goes for the same shot, Imelda will also have bloating and weight gain and acne. Imelda can go for the shot and not have any side effects at all, or she can go for the shot and experience a whole different symptoms or side effects. Maybe she would have weight loss or breast tenderness or something of that sort.
But to be fair, it happened when I had just had a baby, so maybe that also contributed to the side effects that
maybe they should educate some more.
It is the education that got me to go and take it, because I was because you know when you have a baby, you're going to have to go through postnatal care, and then you have all these midwives that will try to tell you that do that. It is that education that got me to try this out, and unfortunately I didn't like it very much, you know. But back to you, Mr. Dazi. So you were telling me about these boosters. Have you had one?
No.
Oh, why? you want to get HIV? Why haven't you had one?
Let me just pick it from this angle, okay?
Okay.
This is a very important thing that we are talking about. I want us to just zero it into a few areas. Now, when it comes to contraceptives, let's look at the status of the person involved, whether married or single. Their preferences will differ. Their ideologies will differ. That's number one. Age is also a factor. United Nations Population Fund, they said the report that came out, 121 million globally engaged in contraceptive, but in Africa, 21% married women use contraceptive. Yes, 21%. Now, with what we are dealing with now, okay, we need to find out that, okay, when the person is not married, what are their interests in terms of using contraceptives? Is it to prevent pregnancy or what? We look at those categories. If the person is also married, what is their interest? What's the conversation regarding the use of contraceptives? When we zero it into these areas, then we'll be able to get a tailor-made conversation for each of these categories. Right, but with what she was saying, there are some people that when they take those doses and all that, they will tell you they believe that it prevents, but it's not true. It's not true.
So what I'm actually saying was something I heard not long ago. The person was just describing a situation to me, and then she was like, so I had to go, the doctor had to, give me this as a booster so that in case of anything, I will not. And I was like, really?
In
I
case of
never
anything,
knew
you will
in
not
case
contract
yes.
HIV.
Yes. And I was like, wow.
People
I
actually
never
believe
knew.
things
She's
like
a
that.
medical.
No, believe.
She's
I
a
think,
doctor, but is there
it
such
real?
a thing? Is
quick,
there such a thing
quick
as
one to
a
add to
booster?
what she was saying.
So is that an injection?
Yes.
So there's an injection that prevents HIV. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, they are called pre-exposure prophylaxis.
Yeah.
Not necessarily an injection, but they're a group of medications that would be given to you if you are high risk. You're at high risk of contracting HIV. I know they do it in other countries. In Ghana, it's not easily accessible. So do not think that I'm going to be engaging in
easy.
Yes, I'm going to be promiscuous this year. So let me just walk into any hospital and ask for pre-exposure prophylaxis. It doesn't work like that.
Right. Okay. Well, we're going to go on a break. When we come back, there's also something I heard about. Sometimes when you have had sex with someone that you think has exposed you to a certain something, there's something that you can take that can do something. I don't even know what I'm asking. But I know, but I know you know what I'm asking.
Yes.
We're going to go on a break. This is Duvet. Tonight we're talking about sex and contraception. A very, very important conversation. And we're also live on social media, GHOne TV on X, on YouTube, and on Facebook. If you have any questions, please go underneath and put your comments or questions there, and we will definitely answer them. Quick break. We will be right back. Asking about, I think once upon a time I either saw something or listened to something that said that if you feel you have been exposed maybe to HIV, there is something that you can take that will essentially help you from not fully contracting. I mean, I don't fully understand, but is there such a thing that when you think you have been exposed, that what can you do? If anybody ever went and had sex with someone and felt like I have been exposed, what can they do?
Yeah, so there's such a thing. Just like I mentioned, the pre-exposure prophylaxis, this one is post-exposure prophylaxis.
Okay.
So there are also a group of medications, but this one is not pre, this one is post, because you've already been exposed to the virus. So there are a group of medications that we give so that you would not contract HIV, specifically for HIV, not for other sexually transmitted infections. Right. And for what you can do, you can walk into any public hospital and then tell them, give them your history, tell them your story, and then they'll be able to help in that regard.
Oh, so you can just walk into any hospital in Ghana, any public hospital
yes,
in
please.
Ghana,
yes,
and tell
Ghana.
them that, oh, I just had sex and I think that this man is a bloody idiot. Who wants to give me HIV? So help me. Is it as simple as that?
Yes, they'll help you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they will.
Oh my goodness.
But this is not information that people know. But I think it's important that people know that once you feel like you have been exposed. But is there a time frame though?
A time frame for?
So, for instance, if I had the sex last night, at what point do I go for this?
It's best you go within the first 24 hours.
Wow.
So between last night and tonight, I should have gone.
Yes.
Otherwise, I should forget it.
Oh no, you can
So
still
if
go.
you had the sex in Bahamas and you have to fly,
But I believe that.
Nigga,
I believe
you were
there
dead.
are public hospitals in the Bahamas.
okay.
Wait, so I'm saying that it's best to go within the first 24 hours. But if you don't go within 24 hours, there's still hope.
Oh, okay. It's best, but
Yes,
there's hope.
but after 72 hours, then the chances
Open your
are
eye,
really
no.
low.
Then you shouldn't even bother, right?
Shouldn't.
Okay.
Now, Mpacho, HIV no draba.
Research
I'm trying to help
is still
people.
in the pipeline.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I think that, people, anytime we have these conversations, and I think we've mentioned here, not very long ago, that this is how things happen. I meet Emmanuel. Emmanuel thinks I'm a nice girl. I think Emmanuel is a nice man.
Fine man.
A fine man. And then we meet and we smash. And then,
watching him.
and then before we smash, because I don't know him and
my
he doesn't know me and
goodness.
we're not familiar, we will be okay using condoms. Because he'll say, oh, yeah, I mean, it's okay, we're using condoms, right?
Yeah.
First day, second day, third day. Next week, condom is out the door.
Of course.
Because we feel familiar.
Yeah.
Which is something that I see happens a lot.
A lot.
Anytime in conversation, there's something like, because I just met you, let's use protection. But 3 months down the line doesn't mean I didn't just meet. I still don't know your history.
They say they
I still don't know
know.
what you carry. But people feel familiar really fast. So after the third, sometimes even in the same day, first round, second round,
Third round,
third
no
round
condoms.
is like, Charlie, well, master, throw it
What
away.
is
Let's
this
see what's
one?
going. You know what I mean?
It depends. It's a vibe.
It's
It
a
depends.
vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
And raw is always nice.
It's a vibe.
You see the doctor?
After you're kissing and
There are sometimes
mood-
when you kiss someone and he's a good kisser, don't lick your lips or anything, just allow me to speak. When the person is a good kisser and you know that they have good breath and all of that, you just automatically, discernment, I've started here to say that before, it will descend on you and you go like, this guy is clean, God. You don't need a condom, it's just, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. It works
are
like
you one
that.
of those people?
Yeah, I mean, having sex is a risk, but it's only for the bold. Yes, and so if you are the kind of person that you always calculate things, over-calculate, oh God, we're coming back here, ready, guy, you ready, just relax, do it. When you do it, it will shock you. One friend told me that did he come in you? No, you don't have, you're not sick. So if you don't come in, if the person didn't come in you, you're safe because or say
Imelda, listen, I'm sorry. I cannot believe that with your level of education, this is the way your mind works. Doc, please give her some education for me. Because she and her group of friends believe that.
Oh, really? They'll miss you.
Her group of friends believe that if a man doesn't come in you, it means that you're safe.
No, but no, it doesn't mean you're safe. So long as you're having raw sex with no form of protection, then you are not safe at all. Also, you mentioned that sex is for the bold. Yes, I agree with you. But can you deal with the repercussions later?
There will not be. It's in your mind. You only fall sick when it's in your mind. Natalia, I'm being serious. So it's your mindset. When you are scared, it's like wako to a car. You feel like an accident. An accident. So just feel free. Let it out. Breathe in and out. This is the kind of person you are. What commercial sex workers are. I feel to say they are bold and omakuma yedu. Ejuma we say no. What you're doing to me yet? So I mean, it's for the bold. That's what I'm saying. Forget about the repercussions. Ebi ana nkwa nkoba.
Never swear.
This is me. I'm thinking about today. Let's have fun and go. When that is your mentality, nothing happens to you because a lot of people have been able to get away with it. What makes you think you're going to be the first person to contract something? Nothing will happen to you.
What if you are not part of a lot of people?
What
if your own case is different?
You are overthinking it. I will not. So if you have the what if mindset, use condom. If you don't have the what if mindset, you better find yourself a partner who is strong, big, the way you want it, and stay quiet, stay put. Or you get bold enough to say that, yo, I'm taking this risk. I'm stepping on it. Accelerator down. No, don't look left or right. Just get going. Nothing will happen to you.
So Imelda,
something can happen to you.
Yeah, so Imelda, you're saying that there's a spirit of discernment.
Discernment.
When it comes to having sex, having raw sex with someone you have just met.
Yeah.
There's a spirit of discernment that tells you that way is safe.
Yeah.
Give me further explanation on that spirit of discernment.
Okay, I know this is national television, so I cannot say much so that somebody will say no, but it's not TV, so no, can't say this or that. You can come to TikTok at Adjoa Imelda. You just send me a DM, I'll teach you more. But just a tip for you, I believe you guys will not see this. But I mean, when you're kissing somebody, that's what I'm telling you. If the person have good breath, okay, only beer taste beer when slimy stuff or you're safe. And only they won't say chefs forward on measurements. But they fear when you're cooking, you don't use measurements. If you have some and do it. So you know that is what the street people also do. So have that mentality. Say the other when he said, what case no you good? Or not on Russia case no on Russia ma. On Russia case no Russia ma. I'm being serious. Don't let me laugh so I can say it all.
So anyone that's a good kisser
from the beginning
can't have STIs or HIV.
Guys who could have STIs or HIV are the guys that's what they do to every woman. No. But those that do themselves as if they don't care, like if you want to do, you should do, like or turn you on, but on shut down back forward, no. Please. I'm being serious. I doubt.
Dr. Mills, this is representing a big percentage of the country we're in, and you have to address this.
Yes. So
my big problem child.
I really, really, really beg to differ because sexually transmitted infections are not written on anyone's face. Someone can have HIV and be walking about, even be prettier than you or more handsome than him. So it's not written on anyone's forehead and it's not behavioral. HIV, there's no specific behavior for a group of people that have HIV or other sexually transmitted diseases. And there isn't a behavioral pattern for other people that do not have any sexually transmitted infections. So if you say just because someone is a good kisser and they are romantic and they're coming at you slowly,
and they're calm, you know,
and they have no taste
Bad
of beer in their mouth and they have no halitosis or
So
bad
people
breath.
who have bad
No.
breath have HIV.
Not like that, but they are prone to have.
And
Why
please,
must you have bad breath?
No way.
Seriously.
No way. People who have breath are prone
So I
to
said,
HIV.
if I can't kiss you, I can sleep with you, and I cannot, have oral sex with you. So it begins from the mouth. If I'm not able to kiss you, we can't do anything because automatically my grade work can HIV for no, definitely you give me something, so I will not even come closer.
No. It does not work like that.
To ignore the breath, he could be safe.
Ignore everything. Be sure that the most important thing is to be sure that the person that you are getting intimate with, like you are being vulnerable with, has no sexually transmitted infections. And how do you know that? You wouldn't know from just looking at a person. Just because you are pretty, you don't have any STIs. It doesn't work like that. You have to do a full screening for both of you to be sure that you don't have
so
any
it's
infections.
imperative to go check before you have sex with the person? I thought that is when you're about to marry the person. But
no.
So if you meet someone, say in the flight, then you meet someone, what time do I have to check you before we have sex? Because maybe you sat beside me and I'm just feeling you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A vibe.
Yes. So perfect. So you meet so more like a one-night stand. So you meet someone and you are vibing so well and you just want to have sex with that person. Your best bet is to use a form of contraception,
I'm not having
which is
anything
condoms.
on me. Moreover, there's been incidents where Mr. Ima will be here like this. Near vibe or baby it's an enclosed area. So me know vibe, so I may be touching your dick and everything, and that is the kind of dick that I like. And maybe it's been like a month or two. I have never had sex, or maybe 3 or 4 a year. And so when I touch the dick and I'm like, this is what I want. You feel me, I feel you too. And we want to have sex right there. I think I will not even remember that the doctor once told me to test. Unless what they test, maybe it's malaria one, be na ebe put it on us. So me they want one, me they are 5 minutes time. If you don't have, we do it because I can't wait. I can't wait.
Okay, so I think we're going to take a break. This is Duvet. This is GHOne TV. My name is Natalia. Quick break. We will be right back. He's talking about unbelievable. I do hope that you do not share this school of thought. Honestly, I really do hope that you don't. Now, tell me, Mr. Dazi, do you think that our culture, frowns on contraceptives? Because I know that in some parts of the country, some people say that this is not something that we do or we like, and even some religions don't do contraception.
All right, so if we are looking at it in terms of tradition, some traditional systems frown on it. That contraceptives are known, it's actually a taboo.
Okay.
In Ghana?
Yes, in Ghana. Some localities say it's a taboo to use contraceptive. That's one. And then when it comes to society also, look, how many young ladies or young guys can confidently walk to the pharmacy shop and go and buy condoms? So the sexual part of every people now has become like, I can't bring it out. So that's the societal part of it. People can't just easily get up. I mean, I've dealt with students for, some long number of years, okay? Sometimes you are talking to students, especially the females. You are teaching. You mention something. Say, what is this? And you have to teach them. Do you get my point? Yes. And sometimes you can't blame them. That is a society. And when it comes to the religious part also, people may have their reservations, but as a Christian, the best thing God will tell you is abstain and be morally upright. That's the best form, because he created it within the space of marriage. Do you understand? So it depends on where we are looking at it. But some societies frown upon it. Some say it's a taboo. Some also feel that, it's quite immoral to use contraceptives. Others also believe that, no, scientifically, we have midwives in the Bible. So God also backs the scientific part of it in the usage of it. Yeah.
But you're a teacher, right? And I'm sure that you have young people who are curious and sometimes ask certain particular questions. Would you say that, parents are doing a good job, or do they have to do a better job when it comes to that level of education?
Let me be blunt. Parents are doing a bad job in terms of sex education.
Okay.
So one of the topics that a lot of students enjoy is reproduction in science. And anytime, there was a time I was teaching on that, this like years ago. The moment we got to that, I announced that will be our next topic. That day, everybody was quiet. Everybody was listening. And the kind of questions that was coming, especially from the girls. The guys were just shouting, misbehaving, that naughty, this thing. But the girls wanted to understand what sex means, what coitus interruptus means, what this means. And you realize that they had zero knowledge. So after you engage them, like, Mommy doesn't want me to say this. We can't do this. We can't ask those questions. And they even ask their parents, and they shut them down. So eventually, we end up doing that. You understand it? So if, let's say, Mommy and Daddy or the parent are home, you can be that bold and cold, because if you, the parent, you are shying away from it, how do you expect them to grow up to even be open and have that conversation? So it starts from the home, so that when maybe Natalia grows up, she's married or she's in a relationship, she can have open conversation about her sexual life. But that is not what we are experiencing now. And it's becoming an issue. And a lot of schools will not allow, let's say, you, a male teacher, to talk about sex education or contraceptives with a female student. No, you can't do it. But funny enough, the young ladies are closer to the male teachers. They trust male teachers more than female teachers.
That's concerning.
Yes, they trust
very
me.
Concerning.
They trust me, the male teachers. They open up to us more than the female teachers in terms of their sexual lifestyle. Some can open up to you that they had sex over the weekend.
Wow.
And with the male teachers, we know how to cover them, make them feel okay, not judged. And they get attached to us the more. But with the female teachers, they end up bashing them. So if you go to almost every school, I can say this on authority, like teaching for like 20 years and over, you go to a lot of schools, the female students are closer to the male teachers because of the kind of conversation and the openness we can have with them.
True.
Yes. So society has a lot of work to do, especially even in schools. I was telling somebody that currently, children spend about 80% of their lives in school. From morning till evening, they are in school. Mommy picks them after work. Weekend, they are going for classes, vacation classes, and all these things. Now, look at the time they spend with teachers. And we cannot educate them. Parents cannot educate them on contraceptives, on condom. You can't mention condom in some homes. Mommy will be like, what did you just say? Yes. They will just come at you thinking that you have started having sex. The moment that contraceptive thing comes up. But that is not how it's supposed to be. So this is the societal part of it. But there's a lot of work to be done. Yeah. It's really worrying.
It is.
We teachers, we hear a lot. There was an experience that one student, she was IG student year 11. She was telling me that there was one time she went to my mommy and daddy were having sex. So when they were done, she wanted to ask mommy.
She stood there to watch till they were done?
No, she had it.
Okay.
The bedroom was just next.
Okay.
So when everything was over, later, she said over the weekend, she asked mommy a question. Mommy, a boy in my school said he likes me. And we're having conversation about sex. She said the mother just shut her down like that.
She and the boy were having a conversation about sex.
The boy said he liked her. So it was like a conversation that came up. So when she told me, I had to take my time, teach her, make her understand.
Teach her what exactly?
No, she was asking a few questions about prevention of pregnancy and all that. It was a vulnerable situation where she wanted to know some things. After I finished talking to her, then I told her that I want to speak with mommy.
Okay.
So when the mother came to pick her, I had a conversation with the mother. I said, this is what your daughter was asking me. Now, it's an opportunity for you to build that bond and let her trust you. The woman stood in front of me and she shed tears. What she told me was she didn't know about it when she was growing up. She was shut up.
The same thing.
So she doesn't even know how to go about it with her daughter. So it's like something that goes on. So it's a societal issue.
It is a societal issue. But would you also say that there's appropriate knowledge for appropriate ages when it comes to the conversation of sex and contraception and all of that? Because, for instance, if you have, say, an 11 or 12-year-old asking about how to prevent pregnancy, that's concerning.
You see, that is where we have that's where we have the challenge, because now we have 9 years and 8 years having their menses. So if
I know
once
10-year-olds are having menstruation, but my thing is, if an 11-year-old is asking about how to prevent pregnancy, I think that's concerning.
It's not concerning. Once she's asking, it should tell you that she has started reading about it.
Exactly.
You know,
these
kids know a lot today.
Look, if you sit down with them, especially the females, and you have a conversation, the things that they will tell you, you will marvel. Most of them, you parents don't know.
And you as a mother don't give her the chance.
So you're saying that the conversation of preventing pregnancy is not an early conversation for an 11-year-old.
The moment they bring it up, you need to start engaging in that
conversation.
So long as you start menstruating, fertility has begun.
So
it is expedient for us to have this conversation about contraception, how to prevent pregnancy, how to plan your future, how to make an informed decision, how to take hold of your own sexual and reproductive health. It is very important.
All right, we're going to take a break. This is Duvet. My name is Natalia. Do stay tuned.